I swear if we survive this, I'm going to kill you.
I accept those terms.
You got fall! Fall! I would have waited an eternity for this. It's over, Prime. Never!
What is up, my artistic enchiladas, and welcome back to another puppet showcase. You remember when Optimus was my most detailed puppet? Not anymore. Okay. This guy has now taken the cake for my most detailed puppet, Megatron. I'm just gonna go right in. So, yeah, I honestly don't know what to say. Just he managed to surpass Optimus, but probably for like a stupid reason. Because I want to get into this real quick. I am not a big fan of Bumblebee movie Megatron. I know it's concept art, so obviously it wasn't gonna be like the final design. But like at this point, that is basically our only footage or like look of him. So it was the only one that we can consider canon. So I wasn't a big fan, and since it was concept art, and regardless of if he will appear in the next movie or not, I'm still keeping this Megatron design. I'm not modifying it because I worked way too hard on it, as you can see. So obviously, like I said before, this is a heavily modified version of the Bumblebee movie concept art of Megatron. So let's just get right into it. So first of all, the head is completely made from scratch. I did not look at any source or anything. Completely made this from the ground up. And I'm not trying to like stroke an ego or anything, but I honestly like this more. It kind of looks more G1, if I'm being honest. It looks less live action and more G1, but I don't know. It's okay, I guess. But yeah, mostly everything else is basically just a mirror from the actual design, except for the gun. The gun is completely its own thing. That's why there's like a bunch of stupid random detail on it, but I think it's okay. But actually, fun fact about the gun. So these little two things right here, they're blasters. But the funny thing is that they were just random pipe cleaners that were supposed to keep it in place because his gun folds up like that, and the pipe cleaners were supposed to bend down and like hold it in place, but it did not work. So here we are. Yeah, that's just it. That's just what I have to say about the gun. But actually, I do want to get into the thing. This is like the first time I've done this because as you saw with Optimus, I did not add his Autobot symbol. I did add the Decepticon symbol because it was kind of easier, and also it was just one. Unless I'm okay with doing the G1 thing with Optimus and just putting it on his left shoulder, then okay, that's fine by me. But yeah, so Transformers, I love them. I love making them. They're so fun to make. That's why I don't have a problem making them. Sometimes. Because when I do make them, it takes a very long time. This guy especially took a very long time. But even with that being said, surprisingly, he did not feel really hard. Shut up, Mason. Anyways, but yeah, I was really looking forward to building him because, well, while I was building him, I was just having a good time making it. Well, because also it was just me making something from scratch, kinda. So again, it was just really cool, and most of the reference I got making him was with that statue that was released. There's only like a few images that I managed to get a hold of to get a good look at it. But like also another problem I had with that design is that he was way too skinny, guys. I'm being serious. He was like really skinny, and I didn't like that. So I had to bulk him up a little, like really, like his arms are freaking huge. Actually, I want to get into the arms real quick. So a common thing that I have with figures is that most of the time I can have one side looking pretty good, but then the other side looks really bad. Let me get out a couple examples. So Crafty Corn here. You see, like one eye, it looks okay. It's like decently shaped, but then this one's kind of like ovally shaped, and there's like a glue poop right there. Weird example, but And then there's your Withered Bonnie. He doesn't really have that many mirror things, but I would probably say his ears. Like, they're not perfect. I get that. But, like, with Megatron here, it was hard. And obviously, you can't see it now. But, okay, I did this arm. I did this side first. Okay, actually, I kind of did it differently this time. I made the torso first, like, everything on the torso. And then, like, I didn't do, like, one half and then I did the other half. No, I actually just did the whole thing. And then I moved on. And then I moved on to the limbs. The limbs were difficult. Do you mind? The limbs were difficult. Well, obviously the first attempt wasn't too bad. Actually, I'm going to show you the back. But, like, it was hard because, one, I swear, sit. Like, no, just lay down. Just lay down. Please, just lay down. There you go. It's kind of hard to see it, but, like, there's, like, so, like, you kind of see all the room that's right here on the elbow. But then once you look at the room right here on this elbow, it's noticeably lacking. And I think it's mostly because when I did, so, like, whenever I make Transformers, their bodies are going to be plushy underneath, and then I cover it in material. Mickey, you're killing me, Smalls. Just lay down. They're gonna cover it in material and go from there. Basically, just make a bunch of panels and just work with it. So, I don't really have much to work off of, and they're actually a lot more lighter now. If I used all pipe cleaner, it would not be this. He would probably be able to stand, like, really easily. But yeah, and the reason why he can't really stand very easily is because of his gun. It's weighing him down a little bit. And also, speaking of which, that isn't actually there on the actual design. I actually did add that myself. I did. That's not an actual thing on the Bumblebee movie design. It's actually just something from G1 that I added. But yeah, and, like, it's noticeably messy on this. On this arm, it looks messy, but on this one, it's a little more cleaner. But again, so I built the gun with the plushy arm. So, like, they were all separate, but then I got pipe cleaners and wrapped it around, and it's actually pretty tight on there. So then I did, and then, like, because all that fabric right there was no longer in the way, there's a lot less room right here, so it kind of, like, yeah. So, yeah, and also, probably my least favorite thing are his thighs. They just look a little too messy compared to how Optimus looks. And I would say I'm still in debate on if he's my most detailed puppet, cause, like, it's not really, like, a lot of detail if you really think about it. It's, like, mostly just a lot of big detail that makes it look like a lot of detail. But then again, his arms are kind of insane, and I don't know what to say about that. And his torso especially. I like his torso, but, like, that's a lot of detail, man. And it's like, I still can't believe I actually managed to make that face look the way it does. I'm not really good with making original Transformers faces. I should know. And, yeah. So, yeah, there was a lot of random detail on this booger. But, yeah, so again, that's just Megatron, everybody. But, now that he's done, I will say this. Now that he's done, I will finally get to those commissions after I am working on another puppet right now. I am working on Harper, Sammy's girlfriend. And she's almost done. I literally started her today, so she's literally going to be done probably, like, tomorrow. So it won't take long. So once she is done, I will finally get to those commissions and finally give you guys the puppets you've been asking for me. But again, remember, read the rules. I don't make Transformers. I don't make... Okay, actually, I need to add another rule. I need to make... I won't make overly detailed puppets to sell, for commissions, because, one, it would take up too much time, because already I got, like, 7 people asking for commissions, which is kind of ridiculous. So, again, I'm just letting you know. That's how it's going to be. So again, it's nothing against you guys. I'm just trying to let you know if there's a delay. I don't want there to be a delay, because if it's a character that's this complex, this took me like a week. But yeah. So again, I love you so much. You've done so much for me, guys. and all I can do is just, I don't know. Again, I love you guys so much. Stay safe out there. Make good decisions. And someone's at the door, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you all later. God bless you. Make good decisions, and Mickey, say goodbye.